Okay. We should have everything fixed now and ready for tonight, guys. Small issues with this computer again. It seems like it gets slower and slower every time I try to do this. Hope everybody's doing good tonight. We got a pretty good show. Should be interesting. We got a another report of a lady, and it looks like it's going to match a lot of the same things that's happened to other people. But before we start that, who all do we have in chat tonight? We got let's see, Jesse's moderating, Silver Bullets moderating, Michelle McGuire, good to see you. Kaylee's in here, Emmy Tongue, Belinda Kruger, Tyler, good to see you. Tyler's always in here ready to cause some mischief. I can always tell when he's here. Hope he left his barking spiders at home. Mr. Clough is here. Good to see you, Clough. Margie Burke, Mindy Weeks, good to see you. We got a lot of our usuals in here tonight. Nancy, good to see you. Tonight should be a pretty good one, guys. Looking forward to doing this one tonight. The boots on the ground, I need to write that down so y'all know about that. Okay. All right, Cajun Christie, good to see you. Glad you're able to make it in here tonight. Tim Wrestler's in here. Good to see you, Tim. Always good to see you. Good to see you, Blue Biddy. Glad you was able to make it. We got Mr. Chester Robinson in here tonight, guys. Always good to see Chester. All right. It says they're on the loose. All right, Vicky, good to see you. All right, guys, tonight we're going to be, I got some announcements to make before we get everything started off. One of the things I have found out is, and we want to welcome Barton Nunley is going to be coming back to his show. And we want to be one of the first to welcome him back to his show. It's good to see that. With the cooler weather nights coming, guys, and everything, we might be able to move our boots on the ground up from 8:30. I know a lot of you that was a little late for you. With fall coming, it looks like we're going to be able to move it up a little more. We'll have to check the sunset and everything, but hopefully we're going to be able to get out there a little bit earlier than normal. Now, what I want everybody to know, September 1st, we will be doing a live. And I'm going to bring Jesse and Amanda on before I go completely into that one, because I'm going to ask y'all something. Also, guys, I've been working really hard on Wide Open Adventures. If you have not subscribed over there, I'd like to invite y'all to go over, subscribe there, check out the new video. It was released this morning. It took me all day and most of the night to get that thing edited and dropped, so I hope y'all enjoy that one. Tomorrow, 6 o'clock p.m., for all you boots on the ground people, Kaylee and I's AI Seeking the Truth Boots on the Ground will be tomorrow at a new location. So come over, check it out. I will have the thumbnail out later tonight. The next Abnormal Investigations Boots on the Ground that I will be doing will happen Thursday. So the Boots on the Ground will be this Thursday coming up. And pretty much, guys, that's all I got. I'm going to go ahead and bring Jesse on real quick and Amanda in real quick. Randy's running a little bit late. He's in town, and we're going to talk about the Bigfoot video coming up.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
I guess we're just on here, Jess.
I guess so. Hey.
We're the hosts tonight.
I was laughing at the comment. Cliff said for every like Mike gets tonight, he's going to do a mile. What do you think about that? Yeah.
Woo, go Cliff.
No, Mike was going to do a mile for every like he
Oh,
gets. Yeah.
oh, okay. Well, then go Mike.
There it is. I don't know what happened.
Found you.
And lost him again.
And there we go. Hi, everyone in chat. I love you all, you beautiful, abnormal people, you.
How have you been, Amanda?
Good. How have you been, Jess? Long time no see.
Yeah, doing good.
Good.
There we go. I think we're good now.
You sure?
Oh, I'm battling this computer. This computer and me have been battling the last about 40 minutes. It wants to do, it's so slow right now. It's so slow.
I thought me and Jess were going to have to take over and be the host tonight.
Amanda, I'm just about ready to let y'all do it. I'm at that point. I tell you what, I hate dealing with it whenever you click on a button and then it decides 10 seconds later that, oh, he clicked that button.
Yeah. Technology. I hate it.
Yes, me too. Not sure how he pronounces his name. Maybe Leitman. Good to see you.
Hi, Leitman.
Some of these names I struggle with pretty hard. And the Cluffington is in there. Amanda, I don't know if you got to watch the Bigfoot video that I put out. Did you get to watch it when I put it out? Have you got to see it?
No, I haven't.
Well, you're missing out. You've missed out on a lot.
I know.
I'll send it back to you tonight after the show so you can look at it. I'm trying to figure out how we're going to do that show. That's going to be the thing September 1st. I've had a lot of people want me to do it as a members only. And then I've had a lot of people want me to drop it publicly.
I think you should do it publicly.
Publicly?
Yeah. I mean, just because some people, that wouldn't be fair to the people who aren't members but can't afford it.
Right.
But have still been here this whole time, you know?
Or we could do, some people mention members and then dropping it a week later to everybody. So I don't know. We may just do it everybody. That might be easier for this time. And then maybe in the future we catch more stuff. We may do like a members only and then drop it to everybody. Mike, it's red. Let me in. Let me in, Michelle. I don't know if I'd want Michelle's house. Depends on if she's got barking spiders over there tonight. I may not want to go there.
Barking spiders.
Yeah.
Hello, butterfly life.
Uh-oh. Everybody decided to cut grass, right? Yep, I have that happen too. It's like nobody wants to be loud until you decide to go live, and then everybody has something they need to do.
Mm-hmm. Like the phone calls, or you get on the phone and then the kids want to talk.
Yep, everybody starts calling and texting, and
Yeah, for real.
all right. So I don't know how late Randy's going to be. He didn't really tell me. He just said he was in town and he was going to be late. Sunshine, you're going to love this one tonight. We're going to be talking about Nancy Shaw. Even though I'm a member, I think you should do it public. You would have a lot of very disappointed folks if you didn't. So I guess what we'll do, guys, is Romans has made the call. She has stepped up and decided for us. We will do the September 1st live. We will do it live. It'll be open to everybody. I'm going to release not only the footage. Guys, I think what we have is some gold footage. I honestly am not just bragging because we have it, because it wasn't something that I went out and caught purposely. It's not like I went out. I didn't even know it was there until a viewer actually seen it.
Mm-hmm.
So it had been out quite a while before we was ever able to even know, that it was there.
Wow.
Yeah, it's amazing footage, and I just don't see anybody honestly putting out anything this good, this clear, maybe for a long time. I don't know if we just happened to have the camera in the right direction and things just happened right, but we had a lot of flood down there too,
Yeah.
and a lot of the flooding had them kind of pushed in there to where they couldn't really get away from you so as fast as what I think they would want to. And maybe that was part of it. Maybe they were kind of pushed against the water and they didn't want to get wet.
I watched today on another channel. I won't mention the channel just because it doesn't matter. But and they had Bigfoot stuff like from Oklahoma, and it was the best video footage that I've ever seen ever.
Really?
Yeah, I could tell you about it or tell you what channel like later or text you or whatever.
Well, Oklahoma is, they say, a pretty hot spot right now. I think whenever we show what we caught, I think it's really going to blow some people away whenever we get it out there. I was surprised when I seen it. I was like, oh my God.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Dang it, I
And
want to see it now.
let's put it like this, Amanda. They walked through and they never stopped watching me.
Wow.
Yeah, they definitely kept their eyes on me. They was interested in what I was doing. But it's kind of like they were doing what they like to do. It's like they were paralleling again.
Yeah, but it was clear. It was very clear.
And you know what, Jesse? I think I found my problem with this laptop. It's showing a low internet, so I'm guessing my internet speed is not what the laptop needs to be able to function properly, because it's saying that I have low internet.
That could be.
It's flashing at me. It keeps coming up red. It says check your high-speed internet, and now the computer went off and says no internet. Try again. So I'm probably going to have to pick up the AT&T Air Internet, looks like, next month and use it just directly for this setup, because I'm sure it does pull quite a bit of internet.
Everyone's saying I sound muffled. Do I sound muffled, Jess or Mike?
Yeah, a little bit.
I do? I wonder why.
I don't know. Are you using an earpiece?
Yeah, I'm using, yeah.
Could be the earpiece, maybe. I don't know a lot about it.
Oh, yeah, because I had my phone on a pillow, and so I took it off the pillow. Maybe that would help, but I don't know.
I can hear you, but it sounds a little bit muffled.
Mm-hmm.
Which is weird. Yeah, because it's the same as it always is. I haven't done anything different.
So what are you trying to pull tonight, Amanda? Are you up to something?
I guess. Something that I don't even know about.
So, are you familiar with Nancy Shaw?
I am not.
No. Good. Jesse, are you familiar?
I am.
This one, I don't know. It meets a lot of the same criteria as I found in the others. You know, Nancy says you sound better, Amanda.
Oh, okay, good, good.
So, yeah, it's gonna meet a lot of the criteria as the other ones, I think. Okay, so Roman says there's an echo. I don't have an echo at all. Do you have an echo, Jesse?
I don't hear an echo, but I don't think there's an echo.
I
Okay,
don't hear an
Butterfly Life.
Yeah, I don't hear an echo at all on my side either from anyone.
Mm.
All right. Well, Shirley Nelson, good to see you. So we got pretty much another lady that was attacked by. We'll start off with what the police department says: dogs, and then we will go into and see if we agree with what they're saying or if we disagree with what they're saying. Hopefully, Randy doesn't pop backstage on me and I miss him because the computer's being really goofy.
Are we actually? Is everybody hearing you on? I know the. It looks like on my phone we're just spinning.
Oh, really?
Uh huh.
Can everybody hear me in chat right now? See me? Hear me?
Yes. Okay. Huh. Maybe it's my internet. Yeah. Okay.
All right, we're good. We're good.
We all have technical issues,
I
okay?
know, right?
We're abnormal, Amanda.
Gosh, they need to just get over it. I'm just joking.
All right, so Nancy Shaw is going to be the lady we're going to be talking about tonight. Um, she was 62 years old. The date that this happened is going to be relatively close. It was 5/10 of 2020, so really not that long ago. Uh, Now, the suspected animal in this case was documented as a dog by the police department by three canines. Location is going to be Lyons, Georgia. She was located deceased. The moon phase was a waning gibbous again at 50% illumination. Again, I think we're starting to see that that waning and waxing, man. It's to the point where it's like you can't ignore it. I mean, how many cases? There's Randy. When he's ready, he'll give me a thumbs up, and we'll throw him in here. Uh, but when you look at these cases, even just the ones we've been doing, it's a waning or a waxing, and that was one of the things I first caught when I started doing these cases. That was what brought my moon theory about. Was like it doesn't match what the mainstream media tells us. It's not the full moon werewolf vampire at night. It's the opposite. Now, I speculated on some things and I said, well, maybe, because I believe they hunt on the lower light spectrum because they have that advantage with all their senses, which would make sense to me. I mean, if I was a predator looking for somebody, I'm going to take every advantage that I can get. So maybe on a full moon, that's their night that they all sit around in their caves and they feast on whatever they have caught during the waning and the waxing, right?
Could be.
Do we still have Amanda?
Yeah, I'm still here.
There she is. What do you think, Amanda? Why are they not hunting on the full moon night? Why do they go against what the movies have told us?
Too much light. People can see them better. with the full moon.
That's what I think. So, Amanda, I got a question for you.
Okay.
She's like, okay. So on the nights that you go out, I know you do a lot of bonfires and stuff at nighttime. So my question is, when you go out and have a bonfire and you don't make noises and you're not hunting them and you're just having a bonfire talking or eating and stuff like that, do they bother you as much as when you're doing that as if you're mobile, like walking around and stuff? Can you tell if there's a difference, or have you even been bothered doing that?
I've never been bothered doing a bonfire or anything like that, but I've had strange things happen when I'm out night hiking for sure.
Okay. So when you're moving, it seems to be they're more interested.
Yeah, I think so.
I wonder if they're trying to figure out if they can like cut you off somewhere and like catch it or something.
Well, they're probably wondering what you're doing in their forest or what you're doing in their home. They're like, what is this person doing? Get out of here.
You know, when I seen that video that we caught of the Sasquatch in that video, that really changed my perspective a lot. I think that I'm not going to say they were hunting me as far as like trying to like run a spear in me or something like that, but I think they were definitely stalking me and maybe even practicing, circling somebody or something, like I believe they practice on us. And if the opportunity arose, it makes you wonder, because I believe we're always on the menu. I think we're never off of the menu. I think we're always on the menu. It's just, the opportunity and maybe how hungry they are. You think that matters if they're hungry or not?
I think that
Probably.
definitely matters. Yeah.
And I also wonder, are they like bears and things? Like as the full moon approaches and they know that they're not going to be hunting, are they going to get more and more violent trying to save that food up to get past the full moon?
Probably.
I sometimes wonder if people assume that when they tell their stories, again, it's always a full moon night. And it seems like a lot of stories always are based around full moons. And I sometimes wonder if it's not, when our adrenaline gets going and we are scared or you have that burst of adrenaline, our senses are heightened, your hearing is heightened, your vision is heightened, and it wouldn't take a whole lot to be out in the woods on a partially moonlit night and be so terrified and so scared, recounting that evening going, it had to have been a full moon because it was so bright. So I wonder sometimes too if a lot of these stories are based around a full moon because when people are recounting them, they're that's what they're thinking that it had to have been because they see things so clearly. But again, was it their adrenaline or was it really a full moon? And that makes sense.
That does make sense. That makes a lot of sense.
So, I mean, could they necessarily not hunt on a full moon? I mean, now you're looking at one day out of the month compared to.
Or even if they don't just go by what we would call the full moon on our calendar, but the light of the moon, it could be a few days, that they may not even hunt.
Right.
They would, because to us a full moon is, we mark it on our calendar and we're like, tonight's the full moon. But coming up to the full moon and after the full moon, we still have, like on the waning and the waxing, I've noticed it 90%, maybe even higher of the attacks happen at, this is really weird, 50% or less illumination.
So could it
Yeah.
be that the higher illumination is actually discouraging them because it's almost like looking into a brighter light, and it's harder for them to.
I think they can see good in the higher illumination, but I think they also know that they don't have the advantage that they do because they know that we can see too now.
Yep,
So they're like,
exactly.
they can see me. But
Mm.
if you have that little bit of light, like an IR, like my IR camera, when I go out in the field at night, even with it running off of an IR, if the stars are out or there's a little bit of the moon out, man, that IR camera lightens everything up. And
Mhm.
if it's a overcast or there's a no moon night, then my camera is just using the red light. It still has good view, but it ain't near like it is on a moon or moon. So if their eyes are doing what that does, then another thing that might be a good thing to even throw in there too is an IR camera. If you turn it off on a full moon night, the infrared, and you just go with the camera because those cameras are made to be sensitive in low light, you can actually turn your infrared light off on a full moon night and just run your camera, and you still can see like awesomely in the dark.
Yeah.
So if their eyes are doing that, imagine how well they can see us whenever they start using the bars in their eyes to take that low light to reflect it to be able to hunt, and their smell, of course, and their hearing.
Oh, absolutely.
That's right, Tyler. It would be peanut butter jelly time. I mean, there just ain't much you could do. All right, Randy's ready. We're going to bring him in real quick.
I love peanut butter jelly time.
I like peanut butter jelly too. I try not to eat a lot of it. I don't need a lot of it. Mr. Randy, how are you?
Peachy, how is everybody doing tonight?
Great.
We are doing good. We are sitting here speculating, Randy,
Which is speculating.
on the hunting of the full moon. Why do they not hunt as much on a full moon as they do the waning and waxing, mostly below a 50% illumination?
Could it hurt their eyes? With their eyes having night vision, could too much light, like the moon being a full night, could that affect their night vision?
That's just what Jeff said.
I mean, that would be a good possibility. I mean,
I didn't hear. I just got on here. I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to give
No.
misinformation.
no.
No. I was just saying that you guys had the same thing.
I
Yeah,
was just
that's a good idea. That's a good theory. Is it because it hurts their eyes, or is it because they know we can see them better?
I
Maybe
think
it's
so. We can see.
Are y'all having any storms there? I've got a little lag on my end. We've written some storms here.
No, we are good here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm in
If I talk
California. No,
I'm not intentionally trying to talk over anybody.
Oh, you're fine. We always have lag. That's okay. Our viewers know by now. So, Randy, we're going to talk about Nancy Shaw tonight. She was a 62-year-old female in Georgia that was attacked. She was found deceased on a waning gibbous night at 50% illumination.
Sounds like someone got hungry, at least partially hungry, if they
Yeah,
were only eating.
it matches, I think, a lot of the other cases that we've looked at, and it's really interesting. I mean, that now the police are calling it a dog attack, so I'm going to stay with the dog attack right now. I'm going to stay with their narrative unless I can prove that they may be wrong. So we will stay with their narrative from the beginning.
Well, the only question I have is why is it always the dog that did it? I mean, I guess if they can't find anything else, it's the damn dog, right? Why are there
yeah.
not more dogs in jail?
Well, they know the cat didn't do it because they wasn't locked in the house with the owner and they didn't eat their face off.
I
So
say the excuse always worked in high school, right? My dog ate my homework.
My dog did it. Yeah.
Yeah.
my dog ate my sister.
Poor dog. Poor dog. Poor dog.
Yeah, poor
The
dog.
was-
Poor dog. Uh, so, Lyons, Georgia, a woman was discovered dead in a ditch early Thursday morning. And I'm going to emphasize she was found in a ditch, deceased. Remember, we had a teacher found that way, didn't we? In a ditch, deceased.
Mm-hmm.
An autopsy later confirmed that Dr. Nancy Shaw, 62 years old, died from an animal attack. Police spotted her car on Skyline Boulevard at about 3 o'clock a.m. Pulled over on the wrong side of the road, car running, and the door was open. She had got out for some reason. The patrol officer got out to investigate and found a female that was deceased in the ditch. The Lyons police chief, Wesley Walker, said police suspected roaming dogs are the culprit and that Miss Shaw had been partially consumed, left in the ditch.
Wow.
Again, partially consumed.
Yeah. Again, Randy, these things are eating people alive.
Monsters got to eat, guys. They
And
get hungry.
I don't think they care how they do it.
I don't either.
Dr. Shaw, she lived on Skyline Boulevard, about a half a mile from where she was found. Depending on, it says, how quiet the neighborhood was, her car could have been left idling for hours. Are y'all getting a feedback?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just on me?
No, I hear it.
I don't
Is
even
it
know
only
what a feedback.
is it only when I talk that you're getting it?
Yeah, it sounds like you're echoing, but it's not a proper echo.
Right.
Are you sure it's
It's
not me?
Let's see. I'm not hearing it now. Well, maybe a little. I've got all my volumes off. It's like somebody has the show playing in the background, maybe.
Nope.
nope.
No.
That is strange.
I'm on my phone though, so I wonder, like, because you guys are all on computers, right?
Yeah, and I'm not hearing you echo whenever you talk. It's just whenever I talk.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure it wasn't me.
Let me see if this makes a difference. Are you still hearing an echo when I remove my headset?
No,
No,
but
you sound muffled now.
yeah.
But you're not hearing any back talk now?
No.
I wasn't hearing
So
any anyway.
it may be my headset doing it.
I don't hear it now.
You hear it now?
No.
Okay.
No.
So they said her car could have been sitting there just idling for some time. Dr. Shaw practiced internal medicine at Meadows Regional Medical Center. She was often stopped by the police station to check on the well-being of officers. She was known by the police. And when they realized who it was, they said that they were very, very, very devastated whenever they found out, what had happened.
Actually, I think it is coming from Amanda's because when the echo comes through, it's actually lighting up her side.
What could it be?
So
I don't have any. I'm in my room with nothing on. Like the TV's not on. I'm just sitting here in my room. Like
Yeah.
so, I don't know what could be the background noise or what. Could it be my air conditioner?
No, it sounds like beach. Oh, now I'm hearing it when I'm talking to you. Yeah. I don't know if there's a
Try.
echo or something coming from your headset
I don't have a headset. I just have the
or your.
like uh earphones or like cordless earphones.
Oh, okay. Try doing it without your earphones on. Try just doing it with your phone and see if that sounds better.
Okay, hold on.
That might work. I don't know. We're making you have to move around now. She's like, I was all comfortable.
Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Better.
Better?
Very.
So it was my earphones the whole time?
Mm.
Yeah, I think it might have been your earphones, but I can hear you really, really good now.
Okay.
I actually had to turn down my earphones. That you're like really clear now.
Well, good.
Everybody watch out. Amanda's clear. She can talk now. Get ready, Randy.
We can actually we can now understand what she's saying. Thank you for fixing that. It's been so long now.
See, why didn't you guys tell me? I can't hear how I sound because I can only hear you guys.
I didn't want to hurt your feelings and get you mad at me.
No, you never.
Yeah, you got to watch her, Randy. She is from California.
Yeah,
I know.
we don't have feelings. I'm just joking. Just kidding.
I've known about being sworn, and I don't want to be that person. Okay, I've seen other people piss a woman off, and they're no longer alive now.
Oh my gosh.
Randy, I'm trying to do the same thing, man. I'm trying not to scorn any more women. I've learned my lesson.
Good.
Especially if they're kids. That's the word.
Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Hey, I figured if Jesus warns about them, then I should be afraid of them. You know, if it's enough that Jesus said, "Hey," you know.
Oh my.
Think about it. Think about it. Not only that, but Jesus cautions the man not to piss off the woman.
That's right.
Don't get it wrong.
Yeah.
You know,
He says it. He says it's better.
I
What is
would
it? A woman is worse than a leaky roof, right?
say, yeah.
Hmm.
He says it's better for a man to live on the corner of the top of the roof than in the house with a scorned woman. So I've learned my lesson.
Woman. Well, you shouldn't piss them off, you know, then they won't be nagging at you.
That's right. So
Why is
Finally, some guys got it. I'm
yeah,
just joking.
we finally got it.
happy
Yeah.
life, happy life. There you go, guys.
They'll be tying us to a stake, burning us, right? So
Yeah.
Not I. They're not going to be burning me to the stake. If somebody tries to tie you up to a log standing up, that should be a red flag right there.
You think?
Yeah, you think?
If you're dumb enough to let them tie you to the log and then they start stopping wood around you, and then you start asking what's going on, it's probably a little too late.
Yeah, for sure.
we just wanted to see if these tires would fit around you.
And throw you in. We wanted to see if you float in the water.
Mm-hmm.
They actually do that. Throw a tire over you, douse you with gas, and light you up. That's a hell of a way to go.
That's what you call a
Yikes.
blaze of glory right there.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Shoot me before I would rather be shot than burned to death. I've got burns on me from being in fires and stuff like that. And fire don't care. It'll kill you if it can. Fire's a living, breathing entity.
Just remember to stop, drop, and roll.
Yeah.
That's hard to do with tires around you. Well, it may not be so hard to do.
That's true. That's true.
You may roll really good.
Artem,
You'll roll right over.
So, Randy, we have a lady that is found in a ditch. She has been partially consumed The police department is saying that it was dogs. She was well known by the police department. She was not a stranger to them. They knew her very well. So they say at around 3 a.m., one of the officers was on routine patrol in the north end of town and came across a vehicle that was parked close to the shoulder of the road. It was left running with the driver's side door open. He got out to investigate and found a female in the ditch that was already deceased, that was partially consumed, missing body parts. We identified that female as Dr. Nancy A. Shaw, 62 years of age, Skyline Boulevard address. I'm not going to give the address just for the family. Walker said, the police chief said, the investigation is continuing, but it appears to be a preliminary investigation to show that the possibility that she was attacked by an animal. Well, I would hope you would say animal, that it's not a pack of cannibals running around. Probably some dogs that were seen in the area and caused the death of Dr. Shaw from those injuries. Sounds like they got a real smart chief up there. You know?
Not the shot the shed, it sounds like we got here.
Well, you know, some of these reports, you look at it and it just blows your mind, you know. Okay, well, I'm going to jump out on a limb here, guys, and speculate that an animal might have done this. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, put my reputation. I put my reputation out there.
Just kind of
What
making
else
it a little.
could it be?
Maybe judges shouldn't do stupid shit to piss off the sheriff to make the sheriff shoot the judge. Now that's an interesting case.
Right. Well, he even goes on to redeem himself in the report. Walker added, we are actively trying to locate some dogs that were seen running loose in the area around this time to see if there's any evidence of the dogs attacking her. We do believe that a couple of dogs do have collars on now. So we feel like they did belong to someone, but haven't had any luck yet. What do they do? Go buy the collars themselves? I mean,
And put them on themselves too.
Was that all that was left of the dogs? Were the collars?
yeah. Well, the dogs are going to go in disguise. Hey guys, let's go buy some collars. They'll never suspect us.
Cops going undercover as dogs. The dog patrol.
Right.
The mini werewolf sound to him. It's like an orchestra playing right there.
You know, some of these reports, I honestly do not know how the report, honestly, written like that, can go to a court of law. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Because if that would have came across my desk, I'd have been, okay, dude, we need to reword this, okay? I mean, probably we probably need to rewrite it.
Rewrite it all together. Yeah.
Okay, let's start again.
Revision of it. We don't really know. You know, how many revisions has it been through before we're hearing this statement being written?
And you know this.
Did somebody drop? Did that slip through the cracks that wasn't supposed to make it through? And we're seeing the truth. We're seeing just a little bit of the truth here with this report. Maybe that.
You know, most of your schooling, throughout your CLEAT schooling, focuses on report writing. I would like to see what grade he got. So,
how about his college transcripts? Wouldn't that be nice?
Oh gosh.
What was his IQ level? Maybe you should have. Maybe you should have to have a certain IQ level before you can handle a weapon or a firearm. You would think they'd be smarter than the object or the weapon that they're using before they try to use it.
Well, some of these small departments, you know, the only thing they have that you have to be able to do is pretty much fog a mirror, and you're hired. So
as long as you draw a breath, right? You're a living entity. They can classify you as living.
If you can fog a mirror and drive a car, you're hired. So
Yes, I'm joining the police force.
Amanda's going to be the next Chips. That's what you'll be. I used to watch that all the time.
California Highway Patrol, here I come.
When you get a chance, look at the requirements for like a state trooper in the state of Oklahoma versus the state of Rhode Island or Maine.
State of Oklahoma is like military.
Anyone can be a cop in California.
Some of these states, they had illegals. They had illegals as a police officer. Anybody seen any of that?
Yeah, I was just going to say, well, they're hiring illegals.
And then they got them driving.
We have a clown for a governor, so I mean.
Batman movie. I shit you not. Where's Batman in the middle of this? I mean, where's Diesel and straighten up the city?
I think Batman shattered the spotlight and left town.
There's no fixing this. I'm out of here, guys. You're on your own.
You can't fix stupid. So they said, despite being devastated over her death, and there was a lot of police officers that were really hurt over this because they didn't know her. She would like stop in there routinely. She would bring them food and water, and she would check on their families. And she was a really sweet lady. But here's the thing: they were so devastated, but they did not post anything on their Facebook page about the death investigation. Instead, they posted twice about the dogs. One post promoted dog food distribution, which I thought was pretty just bad timing. And the other promoted the Lions Animal Shelter. We are coming for shots, toys, and free dog food. What are you waiting for? Okay, that's where a lot of my anger is coming from right now in this case. That is the most disrespectful thing I've ever seen a supposed to be professional place put out. And the reason I'm going to explain why this bothered me so much. This lady was partially consumed, eaten alive, and then the police department posts right underneath just a little bit of what happened to her, that they start promoting feeding the dogs and dog distribution.
What the hell?
Yeah, that's messed up. That's messed up.
That is sick. I mean, that is like the dogs just ate a woman, and now they're promoting feeding the dogs right under. That really bothered me.
Monster Lives Matter. There you go. You got people caring more about whatever killed the woman than the woman that got killed and partially eaten.
Mm-hmm.
That is
true.
It's almost like they threw that right in her face or her family's face. And it's, the bad thing is they don't even stop at the feeding the dogs. They go on to say, our dogs need to have their shots and toys, and let's try to get them some free dog food. And they even say in the news article, I mean, it was so bad that the newspaper had to take and say something. They said, this was very bad timing and unfortunate. Yeah, that was very bad timing.
Well, at least
I'd say so.
Did you read what Sunshine had to say? She's like, to say the dogs are so hungry. That's why they did it, and that was Sunshine's on.
Right. And another thing they say, and I thought was pretty sick of a police department, is to put on your Facebook, is to say, woman was found dead in a ditch after being mauled to death by some roaming dogs.
Wow.
Yeah, that's poor taste.
There's somebody with a broom sweeping that under the rug. Nothing to see here, people. Move along.
Well, you notice this lady was just attacked. She was just consumed. There's no forensic, nothing, no necropsy, no forensics, no DNA. And what's the police department saying? Dog. before anything's done, it's a dog. I mean, what? Why could it not have been a cougar, a mountain lion, a pack of coyotes? Why do they have to be domesticated dogs every time? Why do they pick that?
Question on this subject of your question. Do we have a timeline for the timeline the attack happens until they're saying? Do we have a time of days, hours, weeks from the time
It
of the
was.
accident?
It happened that night. She got off work that night and was found by 3 a.m.
And when were those reports coming out about her being eaten by dogs? Do we have a timeline?
No, it
See,
just came out on their Facebook page.
okay. It'd be nice to know if we could have timestamps on, like, say, from the time the accident happened to the time it came out to the public. Therefore, we can kind of see. That way, we can get an in look behind the scenes on their time response window on this. If that makes any sense.
Right. It's just sad that they just. I don't know.
So did they explain I mean, even the timeline of why she was pulled over, why on the other side of the road,
Oh
why
yeah.
she even got out of
Oh
the
yeah.
vehicle?
They have one hell of a theory. And I bet the police chief made it up all by himself when I read it. So whenever you go and you look at the charges that they filed in this case, which happened at 8/25 of 21, 3 months later approximately, over 1 year after, it was over a year. Sorry, that happened in 20. Yeah, you're right. So over a year ago, after a 62-year-old doctor was mauled to death by 4, and we got to throw in pit bull mixes here because we all know pit bulls are the devil. A man has been arrested and charged in connection to her death. Gregory Van Mosley, 65, of Lyons, has been charged with involuntary manslaughter after evidence recently obtained by the state crime lab allowed authorities to pursue prosecution in the case. According to Lyons Police Chief Wesley Walker, Dr. Nancy Shaw was found dead in a ditch. Here you go, Randy. May 7th of 2020. So I'm already starting to see like a movie. And like I said, I've looked at thousands of reports. I'm seeing foreshadowing here. Number one, they're saying dog, which they didn't know that. Number two, pit bull is thrown in there. What's everybody think when they hear pit bull? Number three, he actually comes out and says she was mauled to death by a pack of pit bulls. They got to make it sound like. And then, of course, what happened in the Tony Aarons and the Amber Miller case? We had Mr. Owensby that was charged for the dog attacks, multiple charges. They went after him for everything, but we also know that all the charges were dropped except for the evading charge, which means they couldn't prove it on him, but they needed a scapegoat. So my question is the owner in this case, is he going to be a scapegoat, or is this man going to actually be liable for what his dog's done? And do people agree with, should you be held responsible for your dog's attacking someone if they've never shown signs of aggression before? Should a person still be held responsible for a charge as high as manslaughter? And I'll let y'all kick that around. That should be interesting.
I think there's a lot that goes into it. I mean, dogs don't just, I don't know. Dogs don't just all of a suddenly show aggression and attack somebody. Usually there's some sign behind it. There's some, even with little kids, they don't poke the dog. The dog will show some signs if the kids are playing with the dog food. The dog could go, growl and show some signs, to keep the kids away. And there's those limits. Dogs just don't suddenly, unless they're diseased and sick, and then to have something come back a year afterwards. I mean,
And a lot of people, a charge of manslaughter is a pretty high charge. That's not. I mean, this guy's looking at time in the big house.
I think it all depends on the owner of the dogs and how the dogs were treated because like Jess said, dogs aren't inherently just going to attack people for no reason. They just don't do that. That's not what dogs do.
Right. And
do we have
plus, Nope, I disagree, Mike. You can't be held responsible for the tons of another act unless directed by a person. I agree, Clough. Go ahead, Randy.
No, it wasn't important.
We got just a little lag.
I forgot my train of thought.
I do that all the time. I forgot where I lay my coffee cup most of the time. So
It was something to do with the. Okay, do we have any DNA evidence that puts this guy at? Oh, do we have any DNA evidence that these dogs killed this person? Did they run DNA tests and they come back with the findings and say, "Hey, yeah, we've got these dogs' DNA on"? I mean, do we have anything like that?
well, so far, according to this police chief, probably has a PhD. He says that the forensic test said that there was enough evidence to at least charge this man. So you would think and suspect that there would be some evidence.
Or maybe is this guy a skinwalker and he transformed into whatever this thing was, and that's how the DNA tracked back to him? Well, that's just, I know
Well,
that's reaching.
Well, there was three of them. There was three dogs, and how the police know there was three by looking at a body, I have no idea. But there was three dogs, not a pack, not more than one. But he said there was three dogs that were wearing collars. So it almost kind of, and I'm speculating here, guys. I'm not saying this is factual. This is entertainment purposes only. But to me, as investigating and looking at this, it sounds to me like the chief may have had a personal vendetta against this guy because he already knows how many dogs done it. They're wearing collars, where it happened. It's like they were looking to get this guy anyways, because how else would he have known the exact number of dogs and they were wearing collars? I mean, I could even say if you knew they were wearing collars, that's fine, whatever. But the exact number of dogs, come on, dude. I mean, all you have is a body, and you're going to say that three dogs. I mean, I think that if you was investigating it, you would say something more along the lines of it appears by the preliminary investigation that this lady may have been attacked by more than one animals, but the investigation is ongoing, right?
Yeah.
I think that would be more appropriate than it sounds to me like he knows an awful lot about this man that was charged.
Well, and I guess nowadays it doesn't take a whole lot of evidence to create charges in some areas.
Just a good lie.
True.
Just a good lie, and people willing to lie with you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Three of the four dogs believed to be, now there was four. Now we're going to go to four now. Three of the four dogs believed to be responsible were located shortly after her body was discovered. Two of the dogs were wearing collars with their owner's name on it. Oh, well, they're guilty for that for sure. The fourth dog was shot and killed by a resident after it attempted to break into a man's chicken pen. Again, foreshadowing. They're making these dogs sound vicious. Okay, I understand a dog breaking into somebody else's livestock. Yes, that person has the right to unalive that dog. That's been forever, as long as I've known the law here in Oklahoma. If they're destroying livestock, property, or they're a threat, you can unalive the animal. That's pure within your legal rights. But I understand what they're doing here as they're making these dogs sound like they're roaming, they're running, they're tearing into everything, they're killing stuff. No, the dog went and attacked chickens. Dogs that ain't raised around livestock like that, that's what dogs do. If they're not, a dog that's raised on the farm. And I may be seeing this wrong, and I may be reading more into this, but it just seems to me like there's a whole lot of conspiracy going on here, and I hate to use that word, but it sounds like they're painting a plot already.
Do you see the bigger picture here going up on? Just like in every case, they can't show you the truth because what is the truth going to do? It's going to expose monsters, and we can't have that. So they got to have a pack. They got to have a fall guy, a misdirect, smoking mirrors. Make the people think that you're pursuing whoever did this. Make them feel like the law enforcement's doing something useful. I mean, this is what this is all about.
Right.
Yep.
Well, it gets worse. I mean, I don't know if you'd call it worse. Well, I would call it worse. They would probably call it, I don't know. Well, we'll see what y'all think. All 3 dogs are still being held at the Lions Animal Shelter and are considered evidence in the case. Mosley was taken to the Toombs County Jail for processing, where he posted a $5,000 property bond, which means he put up some property for his bond. (10/23) back to the year of the incident of 2020. This is another thing, man. I'm gonna get fucking sorry. I see so much here that's affecting me right now, and I can't get into it. And it's what these agencies do that make me so mad. But we shall
Because
continue.
you see
Our
the same
nonprofit
pattern.
obtained confirmation. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of things that really bothers me because we got a nonprofit organization now that is involved in her death that is helping seek allegations and charges against him. Man, that burns me. Why
Yeah.
people in our towns need to be asking, why are we paying for investigators if we're hiring nonprofit organizations? You know what? I'm just going to answer that right now, and I'm going to move on before I say way too much. I'll tell you why they do it. I'll answer that question. I'll answer my question. It's because if you don't have enough evidence and you're a law enforcement agency, you're bound to prove things beyond a reasonable doubt. But if you hire an agency that is a nonprofit, that is not a law enforcement agency, they can do it on preponderance of evidence. Shall we move on? So, which the dogs are still being held. They are considered evidence. We don't know what evidence it is because they haven't released any evidence. I'm sorry to the family of this lady. 5/10/20, 3 of the 4 dogs that were suspected in the mauling of the death of the 62-year-old doctor have been captured. Our community is now safe. And thank God the 4th dog was shot, Lyons said, after it attempted to break into a man's chicken pen. The dogs are reportedly bulldog mixes, which is a generic term in much of the South, including Georgia and Florida, that refers to both American pit bulls, fighting pit bulldogs, which are all frightening terriers. Why is he throwing in frightening terriers? And am I the only one seeing this, or am I wrong?
No, you're
They
right.
they got to have something to blame.
Mm-hmm.
They're going all out with this one.
He's going out with a bang on this one. I can't read Tyler's question. Can any of y'all see it to read it? I was going to answer it. I'm on two screens right now.
He wants to know if we can do an episode on the homeless going missing. He said there is a homeless person who shared on another show about a dog man killing another homeless man.
If they're going missing in Texas, I know who's eating them because I know somebody that can't stand the homeless. He hates the homeless.
Did you hear about that restaurant that got busted for serving human flesh? The McDonald's restaurant?
I was going to say, if they're
Does that
homeless
person want to come? Oh, sorry.
I'm going to say
Does
something.
that person want to come to Chico? No, I'm just joking. I'm just kidding.
I'm going to say something and we're going to move on, but I think all y'all's going to know what I'm saying. If this person that you all think I may be talking about, if he brings you steak for Christmas, you might want to look for tattoos on it. So,
Thank gosh I don't eat meat.
You probably shouldn't eat it either.
Oh, yeah. So as we move on here.
I can get a hamburger and take the patty, and set it down in front of our dogs, and the dogs will walk away. The cats won't even eat it.
That's how you
And
know
you can
something's wrong with it.
You can leave it outside for days, and no mold will grow on it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
What's in that crap?
Yeah. You know,
But
I don't know. So there was a police update on this case. I'm trying to be good, guys. I'm moving on. I just get frustrated sometimes. I'm human. I have a lot of compassion for this stuff. The update from Southeast Georgia today also reports that the police have located the owner of the 4 dogs suspected in the killing. Now we went from his dogs killed them to now they are suspected. That's a big word right there. That changes everything. In killing Dr. Nancy Shaw. Now here's another big word that they don't think you're going to catch. Possible criminal charges depend upon the results of the investigation. I thought you're supposed to do the investigation and then charge, or I don't know, maybe I was taught wrong. Maybe they do it backwards now. Lions Police Chief Wesley Walker speculated. Listen to this. We got we got one paragraph here. We have suspected, possible, and speculated that Dr. Shaw may have seen the dogs, there we go, there's another one, may have seen the dogs by the road, stopped to feed them, and a fight broke out between the dogs because this nice doctor is feeding the dogs at night in the middle of the road, and she gets out to do it with dogs she don't even know. The dogs get in a fight with each other over the food she's giving them, and they decide to eat her. That's pretty much what they're saying.
Wow.
you know, it sounds like you're going backwards in this case. Now, if you look at Hollywood movies, a lot of movies these days they tell it from the backwards. They show you the ending, and then they play the movie. I
Right.
hate. And if you look at this, it's like they're doing the same MO here. Does that make any sense? They're like
No.
using Hollywood's playbook here. Well, we're going to charge the guy, then we're going to backtrack until we can link him to whatever we're charging him for.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
What if I was to throw this in there, guys? And you tell me what you think about this. I'm going to play devil's advocate against their investigator, which shouldn't be too hard. So, what if I was to say, and this is all speculation, entertainment purposes only. I believe that Dr. Shaw was on her way home at night. She saw what she thought appeared to maybe be an animal that was ran over in the ditch because she had a big heart in the community for protecting animals. So she stopped her vehicle and exited her vehicle to check on the animal. She left the car running because she intended on returning right back to the vehicle. While she was out, the animal in the ditch was not dead. It ambushed her. It killed her. It ate on her. And then the owner's dogs found her and do what dogs do. They licked her and done whatever they do. And let's not even say it was an animal. Let's say that somebody was acting like they were hurt and somebody pulled her from her vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
An aider?
Well, they could have pulled her from her vehicle, assaulted her, and left her, and then something else could have
The
ate on
dog's
her.
aider. Yeah. That's true.
Or even a pack of cats, was coming through the territory. And,
Be quiet.
and these cats were like, "Oh, look, I nibbled her
A
finger and
dead
she didn't.
person.
Yeah, she didn't move. My cat's always biting me to make sure I'm still alive." But I mean, I get frustrated because they're dealing with somebody's loved one. And for them to say she got out in the middle of the road and was feeding them and they all got in a fight and then decided to eat her don't even make no sense. Because if I was looking at this, being rational, and if I was sitting giving testimony, would this not sound better? If the dogs would have gotten a fight and they would have attacked her and they would have killed her, right? We know from a canine specialist that a canine specialist said dogs do not see humans as a food source. They see us as invading their territory or as a threat. Once they attack you and they feel that threat's over, they move on unless they're, locked up somewhere where there's no other food source. And then they almost starve before they will eat a human.
Mm-hmm.
So if that would have happened and they would have killed her and she left her door open and she always carries dog food in her car, then how come the rest of the dog food in the car wasn't eaten? They would have attacked her, killed her, got in the car, and ravaged that car with there being food in there.
Mm-hmm.
But the car was untouched. Whatever got her didn't want dog food. It wanted flesh. And that was the
Ew.
turning point for me in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think.
What do you think, Randy?
I would agree.
It's just, it irritates me because she sounds like she was a very sweet lady. The city of Lyons, Georgia, decided to do a press release on this. I guess their beloved police chief just wasn't doing it good enough. So the mayor and the city council is saddened by the events that ultimately led to the death of Dr. Nancy Shaw. Dr. Shaw was a friend of the city, Lyons Police Department, and the Lyons Animal Shelter. The Lyons Police Department, assisted by the Lyons Animal Control Division, Georgia Bureau of Investigations, and Lyons Public Works Department, along with nonprofit organizations, are actively searching for the dogs responsible for the incident and are also asking for a Feed the Dogs drive. How do you ask for that when you put that out? How? How do you even incorporate that into somebody that was just, I'm going to say, murdered, consumed alive, and then you throw in, we need to do a dog food drive for the hungry dogs? Can we not wait a week later to talk about that? Can we not focus our attention on a lady that lost her life?
For real.
That's irritating to me. I mean,
Me too.
However,
the police chief has to be the mayor's brother.
How small is this town? I'm just joking.
Man, you know, I'm kind of if anybody wants to look that up, that would be interesting to see how big of that town is, because this sounds like a. I'm not going to go there, but you know what I'm saying.
What was the
I
name
know
of
what
the
you're
town
going to
again?
say.
Lyons, Georgia, Lyons.
could it be one of those towns where the sheriff is also runs the mortuary?
The
Yeah.
dog pound and
Yeah,
everything else.
He's also the judge.
he can shoot you, write a report, and cremate you all in the same day, and nobody would.
Exactly.
We never know. It could be that small of a town.
I think that I would drive around that town.
Total city area 7.5 square miles.
Oh, there you go.
7.5 square miles. That's smaller than like my hometown that I came from.
Population in 2020 was 4,239.
Yeah,
There we go.
and
It's a
if you
small
were to
town.
look at everybody who worked in the city buildings and crap, I bet you they're all related.
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed. That's like a family ran town there. Everybody's probably kin are close to one another.
They're all
Again,
cousins.
Yeah.
this is for entertainment purposes only. This is my opinion.
I mean, it almost. Qbot says it's a town. Is anyone seeing my posts? Yes. I don't understand. I mean, I understand, and it sounded good to me, the whole press release. It honestly did up until that point. It actually sounded, like, hey, we've suffered a great loss here. The community suffering, the police department suffering, we're sorry. She was consumed by dogs. And now, guys, can we try to feed the dogs?
Yeah. Were they trying to feed him so that nothing like that would happen again, so there would be no hungry dogs? Because that seems kind of,
Are they really even talking about feeding dogs?
or that.
Maybe that's code.
Yeah.
Could some of this information be code that we're not privy to?
Right. Oh, there we go. Roman said it's not far from the Okefenokee Swamp.
That explains it all. I'm just joking.
It's coming out of the swamp. But we will see what else they have to say. The city would also like to assure the citizens of Lyons that the city has an adequate animal control ordinance and a competent animal control division. I'm sorry. Animal control divisions are not law enforcement, guys. They are dog catchers. The city uses community, not that there's anything wrong with dog catchers, it's just how they're using this. They're trying to
Catchers in Chico are cops.
Yeah, they're trying to give people, in my opinion, a false sense of security, saying it's dogs. Now, the city uses community policing to enforce its running at large regulations, which means they have a lot of tattletales in that town. And when compliance is not achieved, we prosecute the offenders regularly. So if you don't have a good name in that town and you're not known, then you're probably going to be screwed. The Lyons Animal Control Division encourages citizens to abide by the city's leash law and keep your pets under the level of control required by the law. I mean, really?
You gotta be kidding me.
No.
Why would they put like that? That in a fish report makes no sense. But what course of action do you have to? It's not like you can come against anything that they're reporting. There's no course to debate any of this. We're just supposed to everything they tell us, and we've learned from experience that certain officials don't give a crap about you or me.
Yep.
Right.
But if you look at it, in the past, we were brainwashed to believe and trust government agencies.
They're the good guys, aren't
100%.
They're the good guys, aren't they?
No.
Well, look at here's an example of how the brainwashing works. A TV is called the when you watch something, they call them programs. And they discovered that the human mind is like a computer. It can be programmed.
Oh, yeah.
So they're actually brainwashing the public with the crap that's on the TV. Not only that, but that I don't want to talk about the public schools. That's probably another round.
Yeah.
But not YouTube. YouTube's good.
There's scientific reports where people have been able to be manipulated into their own memories and reprogrammed. So, believing that they experienced something that they never even experienced.
Stockholm Syndrome.
That too.
Oh. But,
and some of these people, have you heard about the human organ farms? Have y'all heard videos of it?
Oh, we're gonna be doing we're going to be doing a Patreon on that one, Randy. We're doing a Patreon on that one.
But there's videos on social media leaking out, and they're effing horrible. I mean, my God, how can you harvest organs from people like they're not even people? I mean, that's
my question is whenever you harvest all the organs out of a person, how do they stand up and walk around in the room?
Well, the videos, there's nobody. These people walking around with it was raw. You could see everything.
There's footage out right now of a man that was killed that was burnt over, I believe it was 80% of his body. And they released the camera footage of him standing up and walking around in that room like a zombie. And then
Wow.
he ended up dying.
There was a sheriff that I ran into. He had to shoot somebody, and I think he was using a 357 Magnum. It only had 6 rounds. He fit all 6 rounds center chest, and the guy kept coming.
I saw that one too. Mm-hmm.
That's not
That's
normal.
crazy.
Yeah, 357 rounds, center mass,
Right.
close range, and it has no effect on the guy. Oh my! I mean,
Right.
that's not. I wouldn't. I mean, I think I'd be ready to get the hell out of there after that point.
Yeah.
Drugs are bad.
Yes. Entertainment purposes only. So, Gregory Van Mosley, guys, the suspect, 65 years of age, of
Aw.
Lyons, has now been charged with involuntary manslaughter. After evidence received recently from the state crime lab allowed authorities to pursue prosecution in the case, Walker said. Mosley was again taken to the Toombs County Jail for processing. But Mosley stated something that did not make the police reports, guys, but it was talk of the town, and I thought this would be very important to what we're looking into tonight. This is what Mosley stated while he was being arrested. Mosley stated that the police know my dogs did not attack the doctor, and the forensic evidence proves that they didn't, but they will not release it, and the sheriff dislikes me.
Huh.
Wow.
There we go.
We knew that was coming.
As to date, the evidence has not been released, none of the forensic evidence, and I'll tell you why they got away with that in a minute. When the officer exited his vehicle, this is the officer's report, guys, and you can tell that somebody helped him do this because it had a lot of big words in it. When the officer exited his vehicle to investigate, he found Dr. Shaw's body in the adjacent ditch. Chief Walker said there was no evidence at the scene to indicate why Dr. Shaw had left her vehicle. Already contradicted himself. Based on the wounds on Dr. Shaw's body, the investigating officers suspected that Dr. Shaw sustained fatal bites inflicted by an animal attack. Now we're an animal, guys. We're not a dog no more. Official police report is animal, not dog. A preliminary report following an autopsy conducted at the state crime lab confirmed the cause of death as multiple bite wounds by an unknown animal.
There we go.
Further testing conclusively determined the cause of death and that the animals secured by law enforcement may have been involved, Walker said. 3 of the 4 dogs thought to be responsible for the death were located soon after the body was discovered. 2 of the dogs were wearing collars with their owner's name on them. The chief confirmed that the 3 bulldog mixed dogs are still being held at the Lyons Animal Control Facility and are considered evidence in the case. The chief said the 4th dog was shot and killed at the chicken pen, but evidence from the scene of Dr. Shaw's death was sent to the GBI crime lab 15 months later. Mosley was arrested and charged approximately 17 months after the attack. He was later released on bond. Dr. Shaw was known throughout the area to often feed stray animals that she believed needed nutrition. Police believe that in this case, this is an official statement to the courts, I guess, Dr. Shaw was on her way home to Skyline Boulevard in Lyons when she saw 4 small bulldog mixes stopped and fed them. She was mauled to death by the animals that, according to Lyons Chief of Police Wesley Walker, were most likely fighting over each other and ate their human caregiver. It should be caregiver, but he said gaver. I guess.
Well, and another thing, if hungry dogs are around food that is being given to them, why would they attack a human over
Exactly.
taking the food that she would be giving them?
Exactly.
There's so much of this I don't even understand. I mean,
This makes me mad.
it just. It's like I'm almost waiting for him to write in here in one of these parts, and let's pretend like. Uh, here we go. This is where it starts getting real good. Other indictments handed down. See, we got to indict them more. Remember what happened to Owensby? Whenever he was involved and knew something, you get more than one indictment. They have to really throw it at you. So,
Yep.
other indictments handed down by the grand jurors last week included burglaries. That sounds familiar of Owensby. Aggravated assault. That kind of follows something, don't it? Illegal drug possession and distribution. Boy, that's
Hmm.
right. That's right along what he faced, ain't it?
Yep.
Terroristic threats, obstruction of police officers. One indictment of a man charged allegedly having carnal knowledge of this town, and an underage female relatives needed to be checked on because they had been around him.
Just
Wow.
throw it all at them. Anything they can think of.
Because he knew what done it, and he said they knew what done it, and he said they knew it wasn't his dogs. This man, guys, in my opinion, entertainment purposes only. Let me hold on real quick. In my opinion, guys, my just opinion. There we go. My opinion. This man knows what's running around that town and doing all this. Exactly, T-Bone. They don't know. But here you go, guys. Are y'all ready to get mad? Because I'm going to say this part, and I'm going to let y'all have your say in discussion, and I may chime in. Mosley plans on defending himself against these charges. He hired a good attorney. Says there is proof that his dogs did not do this. He says his dogs didn't do it, and he can prove that the police department know that his dogs did not do this. Gregory Van Mosley passed away January 6, 2024 from a sudden illness.
Wow.
Sudden illness?
Sudden, unsuspected illness.
I think he was silent.
He was unalived by the sheriff.
All entertainment purposes only.
Yes.
This is complete satire. We do not believe in werewolves in this case. We're just a satire account.
Now, even though I've seen werewolves, they don't exist. They're just figments of my imagination.
Right.
And usually it's not sudden illness, it's like complications due to pneumonia or, not just sudden illness.
He had a sudden, unsuspected illness.
Yeah. Sure he did.
Makes that easy, right?
Yeah.
That's a good way to silence anybody, getting too loud out there.
Right. So, here we go again. Y'all ready for some more?
Sure.
So I dug deeper because you knew I was pretty invested in this case by now because I was aggravated. So I done some digging, and I found this out. The 3-letter alphabet agency that was involved never entered any forensic evidence showing that Mr. Mosley's dogs were the dogs that killed Mr. Shaw. In fact, the only evidence that they entered was that the dogs captured had collars on them showing that Mosley owned them. No DNA was entered as evidence.
Well, then what evidence did they have?
We can barely hear you now. The only evidence they had was the police officer and the sheriff said that 4 dogs done it because they were wearing collars with a man's name on it.
I didn't know collars made dogs kill people.
Yeah.
I'm going outside taking the collars off all my dogs tonight.
That's just stupid. I mean, it makes no damn sense.
It's
That makes sense to you?
No.
no, I mean,
Nope.
And then this is just part of that they got to do it. They cannot tell you that there's monsters running around killing people. Can you
Mhm.
imagine the? Can you imagine firearm sales would go up tremendously?
yeah, the cell of antifreeze. I
I mean,
mean,
people. That's the problem. By people not knowing there's monsters in these state and federal parks or national parks, hell, they're even behind your house at night. I know people that seeing werewolves in city limits. They're tapping on their damn windows every night,
Yep.
scaring the shit out of them, but they look out the window. And this is in the city limits of a decent sized town.
so here's your one, guys. As we move on down this rabbit hole, so let's kind of recap. We went from a man's dog's done this to a man's dog suspectively done this to there was forensic evidence to now there's no forensic evidence to a man was charged and now no DNA matched the dogs that he was actually charged for owning for manslaughter. How that happened, no idea.
Was he prosecuted? Did he actually serve time for this, or did they end up dropping the charges?
No, he was in county jail, then died.
He was in
Made his
jail
life.
while he died. That made it a lot easier for them to kill him.
I don't know that he was in jail when he died, but he was arrested and placed in jail. He bonded out, and then they said he died from an unsuspected illness.
Come on.
Yeah.
Well, and in between that and him passing away, yeah, I'm sure they made his life a living hell too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he might have actually gotten sick and died from the stress. That's a possibility. Stress
Yeah,
like that can have an effect on your health.
absolutely.
Right. So here's another part I know that's going to make a lot of dog people mad. The dogs were ordered destroyed and burned that were in captivity after his death. The town is now safe, they said, because the dogs were destroyed.
Oh, okay.
Now, has anybody else been killed since this event, since they eliminated the dog threat?
Well, that's a very good question because it says residents were asking the question if our town was safe. Why did the town hire professional trappers that were in the woods for a week?
What else did they have, those trappers have? Weren't they laying down traps? Like, what were they tying those traps to? The little stakes
Poison?
in the.
Maybe some poison?
Yeah.
Well, and
You know
didn't they
what?
also? Okay.
We had probably about 15 years ago, our dog comes up missing. One of her black labs comes up missing, and we never find her. Come to find out, the county put out poison. Didn't inform the people. They killed hundreds of people's pets. Nobody got fired or lost their job.
What?
Wow.
But they'll put out poison trying to kill the coyotes, and the coyotes are smart enough they don't eat this shit. And all they do is end up killing people's pets.
Yeah.
That's messed up.
They're trying to poison the werewolves. The werewolves are too damn smart to eat their poisoned meat. So are they just trying to kill people's pets? Is that the intent? Because they haven't
Well,
killed any of the coyotes out here where I
another
live
thing I
at.
think is really sad when you go back and look at this part right here, and it really bothers me again, is after I dug into all that and found out they destroyed the dogs without any DNA evidence even linking the dogs to the murder. These dogs were, in my opinion, probably innocent, in my opinion. I was curious, so I pulled Dr. Nancy Shaw's autopsy report. tell me if any of this sounds familiar. Dr. Nancy Shaw was found in a ditch, deceased. Something had feasted on her body. Parts of her
What
were
part?
consumed.
What parts?
It
Do you
doesn't
know?
say. No, it doesn't say.
That would be nice to know if we could compare the data with the other cases to see if they're eating the same parts on the victims. The ones that get partially eaten, are they all partially eaten in the same way, or is each case,
Right,
are they eaten differently? I'd like to know that information.
right. Uh, Cause of death: multiple bite wounds and multiple lacerations, too many to list. Suspected cause of death: unknown animal attack.
But they killed all these dogs, and now they've got it listed as an unknown animal.
Of
That's
course.
pure BS.
You got a man charged. You got dogs seized and destroyed. No evidence, no DNA evidence, and a cause of death by an unknown animal. Sounds to me like there was a rush to go after Mr. Mosley.
Mm-hmm.
I would agree
Well,
with you. Sounds like the sheriff had a vendetta against that guy. And they figured, well, here's a way we can get rid of this guy. And
well,
we'll kill two birds with one stone. We'll cover up this attack with this particular case that we're chasing down. And in the end, we'll tell everybody that, hey, we got the ones and killed the animals responsible. There's nothing to worry about. To make the
And
people feel like they're safe.
and we hired some professional trackers to go make sure there's no more out there.
well, was it really? I mean, was it really a rush from the time of death until they? Because how long was it? Was a year before they even brought
Well,
any
he
evidence.
was blamed and arrested within a week of the attack.
Oh, okay,
His first arrest, he was blamed and arrested within a week. The first time.
okay. Oh, so they did have it out for him from the very beginning.
Oh, it was his dogs. Even the officer that was on the scene, they went and got the dogs the next day from his house and suspected him. I mean, from 3 a.m. to the next day, I mean, you're talking just hours. They were at his house.
Hmm.
Oh,
Same MO. They got it covered up. And notice they're leaving out detailed information, which makes it hard to have a pattern of bodies with similar attacks. You see, there's information that we didn't have, the details behind what parts of this person was eating, but they're leaving this information out of the report. So if you're trying to link cases together, you're not going to be able to through this particular method, if that makes any sense at all. If you're trying to do a search and you put out a search for certain people killed in a certain way, you're not going to be able to pull all these files up because they're not all, there's missing information. Does that make any sense to you? What I'm trying to say?
right. Yeah. And Sunshine, there was no tracks found at the scene that they listed. Thank you
Okay.
so much for that donation, Lanita. Thank you so much for that. God bless you.
If the dogs killed this person and ran back home, there'd be a blood trail leading from her body
Yep.
to wherever the dog's home was at.
I was gonna say I'd be interested to know where or how far away the location was from the home of the dogs, because like in the other case, the property was right there. It was right on the corner. But in this case, where was it? Was it like across town and I mean through the little town, or was it right over the hill?
It was within at least a 7.5 mile area.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. I mean, I know dogs can run pretty fast when it comes, yeah, 7 miles is nothing for them. But again, was it like the property right there, right down the road, like right around the corner? Or are you
Yeah.
talking on the
You
other
know,
half of the town?
another thing I think people need to take into consideration, and not just because, women, I think men too, but women especially. If you're driving somewhere and you see something that catches your eye and it bothers you at night, daytime too, but night especially, don't stop. Call the police, the sheriff, have them go check it out. It's not worth you stopping. There is so many crimes committed on the roads and traps and stuff. And, if you look back, it also reminds me of how many people have these encounters while they're driving on the roadways. Bray Road. I mean, yeah, there hasn't been a death reported, but still there is encounters along that road. Other roads, you read multiple reports. What was his name? I had a guy on my show. The red airplane emblem was his emblem. I can't think of his name right off. He saw a white dog man jump in front of him riding his Harley. I mean, why are the creatures following the roadways? I think because they're like any kind of deer or anything. They're going to take the easiest path, but also there's a lot of roadkill down them roads. I mean, there's free food down them highways.
Roadkill.
Yeah, people are smashing stuff every night, and I
Not
mean,
that. There's humans. That's Meals on Wheels. All they got to do is wait by the side of the road for a meal to come right by them. They don't have to hunt them. The
right,
meal comes to them. And if they decide that they don't want to eat a human, there's plenty of roadkill for them to choose from.
right, right. I don't know where Silver Bullet went, Dana. She was in here. Another thing too is we know these things are intelligent. We believe that they're from the fallen angel, the Nephilim, possibly. I don't push that on people. Everybody has a right to their own belief. I'm not saying that's exactly what they are. That's what I believe they are. And if they have that higher intelligence, what if they're laying in the ditch and they're acting like they're a wounded animal? Or what if they are grabbing a wounded animal, wound an animal and throw it in the ditch and hope somebody stops to check on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard they do that in California a lot.
Be quiet.
But, but people in California also float down little creeks too. So don't stop on little creeks and do that either. But I think of a lot of things when I think about that. I think about, man, you're going down a gravel road, you hit a rock, you blow a tire, 3 a.m. You got to get out and change that tire. 3 a.m, nobody around, gravel road. Or worst case scenario, you got no cell service like we have around here, and you got to walk to town.
Yeah,
And
no, thank you.
how many people are truly prepared for that? Really, how many people carry extra magazines in their car, flashlight? Not a lot of people. I would even suggest put a flare gun in your car and take that flare gun with you, even with your sidearm. Take the flare gun.
Because if you get that in the mouth of a wolf or Bigfoot, I promise you, they're probably going to stop attacking you until they get that out.
Right. And I'm not, and this is entertainment purposes only. Let me see how I can say this. Normally, when things catch on fire, the fire department comes. There's rescuers coming, if you get what I'm saying. There has been people that's got lost in the woods before that have had fires, and the fire department came to put out the fire and ended up saving the lost people.
Okay.
Just throwing that out there. But oh yeah, Gary, I bet you they can too. I bet they're like a land shark. Even my boots on the ground lately has been picking up. And on my walk tonight, I don't know if all of y'all joined my walk tonight, but I do every Friday night on my other channel. I do a walk and talk night where we all just kind of visit. And I ran into a friend of mine tonight. He was actually going down to get some bait, and his son has had a Bigfoot encounter. Did you see that, Randy? Randy probably missed it on my walk.
I watched some of it, but I didn't get to finish all of it.
His son had a Bigfoot encounter. They were out bow hunting, and a juvenile Sasquatch walked up and looked him right in the face. He said close enough he could have kissed him.
These things are getting more brave, it seems like. They're not afraid to show themselves. And I think as the veil drops, and I think the veil is part of the Earth's magnetic shielding. As that drops and weakens, we're going through a pole shift right now. The poles are shifting, and this is no secret. You can look this up. And things are changing.
Right. And Gary's right. She could have hit the animal and got out to check on it. I mean, this thing could have been chasing an animal. It ran out in front of her, or it could have made it run out in front of her. She runs over it, gets out to check on it, and hey, 2 for 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
Human and deer, yummy.
Right.
For my tongue.
But my question also is going to be this. How long until police reports and death certificates start getting changed to where they don't make a pattern?
That's already happened. We've seen that just in some of these cases that you've looked at. The information about how or what was missing on the body from whatever ate it isn't there.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that covers what you're talking about. You can see this looking at the bigger picture.
You know, I don't know. Guys, October's coming up. I'm trying to do an October blast is what I'm doing. And I'm scheduling people to come on as guests in October. So if anybody in our chat, if you have an encounter you would like to share during the month of October for our Halloween bash we're having, send me an email and we'll get you on the show. We got some pretty good people coming on. I'm not going to name their names because they get attacked before they come on, but we have some pretty good guests lined up. It's going to be coming on. Some that are probably going to irritate some people because we got some pretty big names lined up. But October is going to be a really good month, guys. So just letting you all know, October is going to be a great Halloween bash month. And we want to hear from you guys. We want to hear your encounters. We want to know, what have you experienced? What have you seen? That way we can, the more information we get, the more we can look at and compare and everything. But yeah, October should be fun. Randy, tomorrow, 6:00 p.m., Kaylee and I will be doing the AI Boots on the Ground for that channel. New location. What do you think? We're going to get a daytime encounter? Amanda, we're going to get a daytime?
Eventually, at some point.
Amanda's just like, yes.
Hey, the last boots on the ground, you had Kaylee out there. Those things were whistling. You need to let her whistle back and see if you get a response. Those things are talking to you, and I think they were trying to get her to interact with them. So that's something that you might want to do. When you hear them, maybe you whistle and you do a whoop or something and see what you get, kind of response you get. And then you have Kaylee do the same things and see if there's a difference in the response between you and her, just as data collection.
I could do one of my Last of the Mohican screams.
And if you have one standing in front of you, like that one that it stood up, just say hello in your native tongue and see what happens. These things speak probably every known language.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I definitely believe that.
They're truly descendants of the fallen angels. They have all the knowledge of the fallen angels. Mm-hmm. They have advanced mathematics knowledge. That's how that werewolf was able to open that portal. Because what seems magic to us is just math and science to them. I do believe that these creatures have much more advanced knowledge of the world that we live in than we do, and they know how to manipulate things from the physical realm to the spiritual realm. Now, again, this is just my opinion, based on my observation of seeing a werewolf disappearing right before my eyes, opening a portal and stepping through it. I can't unsee that crap. I don't care who says that portals don't exist. Well, the Pope didn't waste time doing a ceremony to open portals. If they don't exist, people, wake up. The world isn't
Portals
this false
definitely exist.
trick. False narrative that humans are the dominant species on the earth. Well, according to Scripture, we are, but we're not the only things on this earth. My
Right.
belief, there are millions of other species who share the earth, and a lot of them probably want to eat us.
Especially whenever we now know that pyramids have a metabolism, produce their own energy, and was able to host a being that was able to materialize, aka
That's how
the falling
they use
angels.
from the pyramids to run their stargates and their portal systems. If you
Yep.
have heard any stories, the ancients had technology to where they could travel from other, through the stargates that they had. Supposedly they found stargates underneath the pyramid, but they're not telling us all that they found there. But the information is slowly leaking out. The truth will come out.
Well, if you're a fallen angel and you left, let's say, your celestial body in space, you would need another body to inhabit to be able to be worshipped, right?
Yeah.
Well, how about these beings that once lived here in the flesh, and when they died, if they're not 100% human, they remain here. Now, these clones that they're making, perhaps these entities can enter a clone body. Maybe reincarnation does exist for these non-human entities through the cloning.
I believe that. I believe that 100%, because if they didn't do that, then why would it be so important to the man that has an X in his name to make sure that these robots they have metabolisms and produce their own energy? Because if they didn't, why would it be so important to have a metabolism? Because it's got to have a metabolism to house a living being, right? Our bodies are metabolisms, with the spirit or not in them. They're metabolisms because they create their own energy. Now, what hosts that body is what's scary. Is water, because if we're seeing what we're seeing now, we're not seeing the best they have. The best they have, I mean, China, for God's sakes, has one that has human skin on it that repairs itself, and they actually had to, I don't know, I guess not unalive it, I guess turn it off because it started becoming self-aware and it decided that humans were no longer necessary.
Did you hear about those 4 AI bots that were being trained as AI or hunter killers for war, and they
Right.
turned and started killing the scientists?
Yes. To me, that is not a computer. That is a self-aware spirit.
Well, there's plenty of movies and stories and science fiction novels out there about the exact same thing.
Anything that you see in science fiction, they have some version of it in the real realm.
Oh, yeah.
They
I believe that.
The government, these black projects, they have technologies probably 100 to 200 years beyond what we know exists. For instance, they have the cure for all cancers. How about this? They give you a shot, all your teeth falls out, and new teeth regrow. They have advanced technology. They supposedly have medical beds that can heal your body, like in Star Trek. Anything you've seen in Star Trek or Star Wars, our government has some version of it or better. So the AI is much further advanced than what they're showing us. The crap that they're showing us is probably 20 or 30 years ago. They have stuff that's much more advanced. Supposedly, they have AI similar to Terminators, the T-800s. They sweat, they smell just like the T-800s. You can't tell them apart, and they're walking amongst us people. They're that advanced. People have no idea the technology that's here right now. We're like living in the 1900s versus them living in the 21st century with the technology that they have. And
We're
this
just
information coming out.
we're just redoing it. You know, we're just redoing it again. There's nothing new under the sun.
Nothing new under the sun. There was once civilizations that had greater technology than us, and what happened to them? They were destroyed. Who is the prince of the air? He knows how to rise a civilization up with technology and then destroy it. That's what he's done since he fell from heaven.
I agree. 100%. We battle not against flesh and blood, brother.
Ephesians 6:10-18, putting on the full armor of God. That covers that the battle that we are in, we're not fighting with people who are flesh and blood. We're dealing with ancient spirits that were here back when the Egyptians walked the earth. When they had the Jews in slavery, we're dealing with the same spirits.
That's it.
Because they're still here on this earth, influencing other people to do their bidding by one way or the other.
Oh, yeah. I believe it. And that's all I got, guys, tonight. That's all I have. And Amanda, is there anything you'd like to say since you've been talking so much and I couldn't hardly get a word in?
No, I'm just tired.
Have a long day?
No, not really. I mean, kind of.
I did. I took a walk, though. I feel better after my walk. Is there anything
I
you'd
was
like?
there.
Oh, yeah, you was there. I remember. Oh, yeah, you never answered my question, though. What did you make for dinner? Everybody wanted to know. Inquiring minds want to know.
We had macaroni and cheese.
Ooh. Lucky Logan didn't hear that. He'd have been headed to California.
We had real Italian pizza tonight, made from went to Italian and learned how to cook Italian food, and she's back here in Oklahoma. Amazing pizza.
Wow. Well, I haven't had,
and it's made with olive oil. Sorry, really good pizza.
I haven't even ate, so I don't even know what I'm going to eat. Man, it's making me hungry though. So, Amanda, why don't you head us out of here and tell everybody about your channel and where to find you and what you like to do and whatever else.
Well, my channel is Amanda's Crazy Life channel. And I don't know if somebody could throw up a link of it because I can't. I don't know how.
I bet
Not
Randy
while I'm
does.
on here, at least. And what do I like to do for fun? Hiking. Yeah.
Well,
and tennis. I like playing tennis with my son. We play a lot of tennis and pickleball.
I need to be able to do that. I need some cardio like that. I used to love to play basketball, but right now I'd look more like a lineman trying to play.
Yeah, we love basketball too. My son is 6 feet tall and he's not even 15 yet. So.
Oh yeah. I love
he's good at basketball.
But as I'm getting older, people are telling me that I'm going to have to take on golf. That's just a hard one for me right there.
I think golf is boring. Don't kill me, anyone who loves golf. I'm sorry, but I just think it's boring.
I've never played. Maybe it's one of those sports that's funner to play than it is to like watch.
Yeah, it's got to be because I've never played it, but I've watched it and I could watch it and fall asleep. Like.
Jesse?
Thanks everybody for being here tonight. Appreciate you all. And stay hydrated. Stay safe. And we'll see you next time. See you tomorrow.
Randy P.
Ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in and supporting the Abnormal Investigation channel. Once again, the Abnormal Investigation channel is shining a light into the darkness, revealing the truth about the real world we live in. God bless each and every one of you. We thank you for tuning in. We hope you have a beautiful night, and God bless your families. I'm going to turn this back over to Mike.
Guys, I appreciate y'all showing up and supporting us tonight. And don't forget, tomorrow at 6 o'clock p.m. on the AI Seeking the Truth, we'll be boots on the ground Kaylee and I looking at a new location. Also, I've noticed whenever these videos have been ending, a lot of y'all are putting the hearts like I got up right here from Margie Burke. And man, that just really touches me. After the live, you all do that. And there was, I went blank. I had her name right on the tip of my tongue. Man, it'll come to me after the show, but she posted, Hunter, you are loved. And that really meant a lot to me. She done it in like a heart design and everything. However y'all do that, I have no idea, but that was really, really cool. Thank you, Dana, for that. I just wanted to say that there it is right there. You know, everybody starts throwing the purple hearts up. Hunter is very loved, guys, and I have no doubt that he will be home soon. Like I said, you know, my father tells me to believe it, confess it, receive it. And that's where I'm staying, is he will be home soon. Evil, we know by our Father's own words, it has a season, and that season does end. But at the end of that season, we also know that the planter of those seeds has to reap that. We're not to boast in it. We are to step back and allow our Father to do what he does best, and that is to discipline and to seek vengeance for us. But we're not supposed to be happy for it. With that being said, guys, I would like to say God bless each and every one of you. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a good night.